Hello everybody, this is ASMR, and today I'm going to be filming probably one of the most awkwardly held camera videos that I've ever filmed. Essentially I have this big spread in front of me of paper, and this is just a really cool, complicated illustration today that came at the at-home section on the New York Times. So I just thought that using the stick, we can just go over this a little bit because it looks really cool. But the problem is because the paper is so big, it's going to be really hard for me to hold this with the tripod. So I'm just going to go ahead and hold it with my hand, and I hope that it's not too bouncy. I hope it doesn't look like we're on a ship here that is in the middle of a giant wave storm. Somebody did say that they liked the sound of me fiddling with the camera sometimes. I hope I'm not going to be fiddling with the camera that much here, but I hope that you guys can still enjoy this video. So, I absolutely love abstract art, but this is more of a surrealist art piece. But it's just this really awesome depiction of this kind of city, society. Like, look at this. It's so cool. So we're going to start from up here, which is the top part of it, and we're just going to go over some of the things on this picture. So the primary color scheme is yellow, purple, pink, and then there's little hints of white throughout it, and then further down a little bit of blue. And then, oh yeah, and there's little spots of black and white, obviously, too. But to start, up here we have in the background, you have this kind of textured background that's kind of white and pinkish, almost reddish pink. And then you have this kind of curved shape here. I think that this might represent the moon. That is what this reminds me of. On this side here you have a building, and on the top of the building you have a rock, a gray rock, with a little white tree peeking out from behind it, and the roof is gray. And then over here you have this structure. It looks like sort of like an apartment, except it's got no walls really. It's just got the single wall with a big hole in it, and it looks like a cloud is coming through the wall. And then the floor. Now the floor is yellowed and it is slated, so you see that? So it looks like wooden slats. And then the wall here looks like it's been wallpapered stripes that are white and pink. There is a staircase, a white staircase coming up this way, and a man with red hair, a pink shirt, and black pants running up these stairs. And there's more clouds in the background. And then down here we have staircase leading downwards. We'll focus on that in a moment. But the centerpiece of this room, or this apartment, is this floating, discombobulated table. And on the table is this giant, enormous glass of wine. Look at the size of the wine compared to the man. But in the wine, there is not a drink per se. It looks like rather there is sand, like those sand art bottles that you see at the carnivals. There's pink sand at the bottom, there's yellow sand at the top, and then it looks like there's a little world inside this glass of a mountain top and a tree, and it looks like a cave or perhaps a little igloo. And then it looks like there's more sand, this purple sand, being poured into the glass. So I thought that was profoundly interesting. If we follow this stairway down, and as you can see, the white thread follows. In the background we have white, we have pink and orange, kind of like a beautiful sky. Then we have this purple wall here. So if you follow the stairway down, you hit this little area, this little room, and it is purple and orange squares, almost like a checkerboard. There is a yellow door here that is ajar, that's outlined with black and white. And when you look through the door, there is a mountain with snow on the top. It is surrounded by light blue water, and there is a yellow bird flying out from this door. The mountain in this door is very similar to the mountain that we see further down here, and There is a woman in black shorts and a yellow shirt leaning against the mountain. She's got red hair. She's reading a book, and she has a glass of wine next to her with a pink drink in it. Perhaps it is pink lemonade. This looks like the glass that is upstairs, but of course it is much more proportioned to her size. However, it is still a very large glass compared to what you would normally expect a wine glass to be compared to a person. And she is sitting on this ledge, and this ledge is gray with the mountain behind her, and it is outlined with red and the purple wall. Now if we move over slightly, I'm just going to come back here. Remember this building that we saw up here? Well, it has the gray top, and then if you come down here, there is a little window, and in the window you see more gray. In the window you see more gray, and dark gray and light gray. The wall is pink, and the ladder is yellow. And as you can see, there is another giant area here, a little opening in this building that is light gray and dark gray with stripes on the wall, with a little bit of black even. And there is a woman who appears to be floating out of this opening. But if you look a little bit closer, she's actually wearing kind of scuba gear or goggles. So perhaps she's swimming. Perhaps this entire scene is taking place underwater. Or perhaps it is simply an area with no gravity, so she can fly temporarily. Or maybe she's a witch. Who knows? But she's wearing a purple bodysuit, which is something you see scuba divers wearing. She's got black hair tied up in a ponytail, and she's got these yellow goggles on. And she's swimming in this direction toward, underneath the apartment here, towards the stairwell, towards this area here. Maybe she's planning to swim this way and then come down and then go out into the other world of the mountain. It's very pretty, so perhaps that's exactly what she's planning to do. Now, she does appear to be floating in midair, because if you look down here, maybe it's not all underwater, because if it was all underwater, why would there be water here? Once you move down from this building, you see that there is a waterfall. And what's interesting is that the waterfall is unfurling like a piece of paper. So there is a blue pattern here. It's blue and white stripes. It looks a little bit like an ocean, right? But, oops, cat hair, I'm sorry. Looks like a little bit like a pond rather than an ocean. But if you look here at the quote-unquote waterfall, it's unfurling like a piece of paper or a piece of scroll that's not actually water, but simply is made to look like water. And as you can see, it's got 2 or 3 different tones of water. Like it's like light blue here with very light blue, almost ice blue in the middle. And then down here it goes into a little bit of a deeper blue, more of like a cobalt blue. But again, it still has the lighter blue elements to indicate water. There is a rock in the center of the waterfall, and springing out forth from this rock are some plants. So the plants are very pretty. They have orange leaves and purple berries. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 stalks here. And then there's more down here. We're going to come to that in a moment. And look at all these berries. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 berries. And I just love the way that looks. And then if you follow the water, it cascades all the way down until we get to this new section that we are going to go over now. So firstly, let's just focus on the waterfall itself. The waterfall itself operates with this little ledge that is coming out. It is a red ledge, and it's got this beautiful wavy pattern to it. And as you can see down here, we have more of these little plants. However, up here the leaves are pure red. Down here they are orange and yellow, but we still have those purple dots that represent purple berries growing from them. And in the background here, more rocks. It's almost like the rocky terrain at the bottom of the sky area. And then you do have this ledge, which is what the water is cascading off of. And then over here, as a continuation from this building section is this pink wall. And then at this level, you have purple and yellow little squares, like a checkerboard pattern. You see that here. It goes all the way around here, all the way up here. It's this whole entire level, which is basically the bottom level. Here we see a stairwell, which is white and pink, with a purple trim. It's leading upwards or downwards, depending how you want to look at it, but we can't see what's off in the distance. It's a mystery. Oh, and then the ladder we saw up here leads all the way down, and it leads down to this little ledge that kind of leads off into seemingly nowhere. And it looks like there's water down here, so if you fall off the stairs, you're going into the water. And then here we have another rock, and then another rock here. Now if we focus here, the flooring here that makes up essentially the ground level of this surrealist landscape actually has a hole in it here that gives way to, it looks like more water or perhaps sky, like blue sky underneath. And there's more of this plant growing out, so there must be some level underneath there to support the plant. And then you have these white poles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that are ascending upward. So there must be another level down there, we just can't see it. And then you see this gray or half circle here. Well, I think that that is the bottom part of the pool that we see here. And look, we have more rocks. See, so there's 1 rock, 2 rocks, 3 rocks, 4 rocks, 5 rocks on this ground floor. Now, obviously, the centerpiece for this is this pool where the man is lounging on an inflatable. So we were focusing on the water before. So the water cascades down. It goes from light blue to medium blue to dark blue to very dark blue. It cascades down and it is filling up this pool. And the pool is just a hole in the middle of the floor. Its edges are sunken in and they are black but kind of stripy. And then there is this inflatable float. It looks very comfortable. It's a red one. And there is a blonde man with sunglasses and blue swim trunks just lounging and hanging out there, and he looks so comfortable. And this is the bottom half of the pool. And then over here is either more water, which is light blue, or perhaps sky. So maybe if you fall off the stairs, or if you get out of the pool and trip down here, you will just fall forever in the sky. Although I have a feeling that this abstract area may go on forever, because there's obviously something down here holding up these poles. And the stairway obviously leads to something even if we cannot see it. So all told, it is just a very odd little piece. And it features 4 humans: the man running, the woman swimming, the woman reading, and the man lounging. And it just looks like something out of a dreamscape. So I wanted to share it with you all because I just thought it was so surreal, but so cool. I haven't seen really anything like it before. And occasionally I like some of the illustrations you see in the New York Times. They're kind of complicated and trippy and unique. And so I just thought I would share this. And hopefully this gives you guys cool dreams. Sometimes when I look at really interesting surrealist work, I get some interesting dreams out of it. And the thing I like about this one is that it's really weird, but there's something just so pleasant about it. There's something so sweet and pleasant and non-threatening about it. And if you see this little square here, this is not part of the illustration. That's why I didn't include it. It's something that's printed on the other side of the paper that's just kind of shining through, even though it shouldn't. And yeah. Oh, and if anybody's wondering, there is a name associated with this. The name is Aram you, I have not looked up this artist, but I must do so after this video because I really like their work. So yeah, so I just wanted to go over this with the pointer and a little bit of soft speaking. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know it wasn't a very long video, but I made this very impromptu. I'm going to be extremely busy this week. Over the next 10 days, it's going to be really busy due to something with my PhD. I've reached a point in the program where I have a pretty intense assignment to do just to get to the next level. So it's going to take a lot of time, so I don't know if I'm going to have time to make any videos this week. So I wanted to do this for you this evening. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching, and I wish you very sweet dreams. Good night.